When your target market is another businesses, using a normal B2C strategy can come off as an expensive mistake. That's right. SEO practices for B2B and B2C can be remarkably different. Let's talk more about SEO for B2B today. Hi everyone. Today we have Sai Deshmukh, our business strategy manager and SEO expert at Mokal Sokrati. And today we are going to be talking about SEO practices for B2B. Hi Sai, what is B2B SEO?
So SEO in general is search engine optimization. So what we have seen is post the COVID period, many of the B2B industries have realigned their digital marketing strategies and have resurfaced on their online communication front, right? In this particular scenario, I think optimizing your B2B website in order to engage your customers, which could be your prospective leads, of course, and with the help of SEO, you not only get good amount of traffic to your website, but then in the long term, you might also save a very much handful amount in your ad spends budget as well.
Yeah, okay. So, can you help us understand the difference between the approaches that is taken while implementing SEO for B2B and B2C?
So when we talk about search engines, there is as such no difference in the algorithm. There are approximately 200 ranking factors when we talk about SEO. But then, when it comes to actual implementations, in terms of a B2B website, there's a very thin line between what we do for B2C and B2B. The very key difference is, I think, the keyword targeting that we have. So let's say if you have a B2C website, which is, in the attire industry, right? Clothing industry. So they might have keywords like, buy shirts for men, something like that. But then when we are talking about B2B industry, the market is very niche. The demographics are not that broad. So in that aspect, I think it's very much vital to know the top funnel and the bottom funnel keywords of your marketing strategy, freeze them right away. Second thing, I think the content that we focus on B2C is very much generic, It's more related towards entertainment, fun, or most likely what the audience will resonate with. But with B2B, it's more of a technical and tactical content type. The content segmentation is also very much important. Technical content, how do you phrase it in a way that normal audience which have some intent related to buying your product, availing your services, that can also be helpful. So that would be the second difference. And I think the third would be, how do you exploit your social media? So when we look at B2B industries, I think there are not many companies or brands that are focusing more on the social media front as compared to B2C. Right. So let's say if I am a company who's selling automobile parts, right? So it won't make much sense to market myself on TikTok or maybe Snapchat, right? For me, it would be blogging or maybe email marketing. So you need to identify where your target audience would be and how do you approach them. The channel is of utmost importance over here. So again, how do you rely on this is very much vital.
Right. So for B2B, it makes more sense to have a focused communication rather than targeting, getting more volume in it.
Right.
Okay. So, what are some of the key SEO strategies that might make a difference in bringing more traffic? So, what are those? Do we have any major key strategies that we should be considering?
So, normally there is, a checklist that we follow for any SEO client that we have. But in B2B industry, the trend that we have focused and observed is that there are some new technologies coming like AI chatbots. Yeah. They will boost your user engagement. Your user experience will also get smoothened. So I think that could be one of the very nice technique to engage your B2B audience. Second thing, I think that creating a very strong blog structure. Now, when I say blog, it shouldn't be generic, of course. You can have a topical approach, like you can approach it topic wise, or you can have shoulder content. Now, shoulder content means that it's not directly related to your product, but then it remotely talks about it. So let's say if I am in a mattress industry and I want to sell my mattress, I can write something about sleeping habits, or maybe, so lifestyle can be one of the segment in my blog, and then I can relate it to my product. So I'm sort of capturing the informational intent of the audience and then diverting them to make that particular transaction over there. So, chatbots are there, then blogging is there. You can also focus on online communities. There are a lot of forums going out there. There's also a question-based approach. So if you want to experiment and if you want to rank on the 0th position of SERP, I think what we suggest is, take a question-based approach in your blog, so that how to, what, where. So these sort of questions are really meaningful, and then they attract a lot of audience. And with the help of schema, you can get that particular content ranked on 0th position of the SERP. So even that could be there. Again, in B2B, we have observed for some of our clients that, they have these quarterly reports, they have white papers, they have case studies and everything. So if you get these assets also optimized other than your website, I think that can also be proven very much valuable, because these are again your assets, right? Not just your website. You are giving out some information to your clients, to your prospective leads. So B2B SEO will really help in generating that sort of quality traffic, because user intent is already high. It's a pull strategy, right? It's not a push strategy. So the user intent is already high, and you're just trying to surface your content up on the SERP and then attracting that user base. I think again a key difference between B2C and B2B would be that in B2C your main goal is to have that sale, but in B2B our main goal would be the leads, because long-term relationships are always valued in B2B, whereas in B2C I think it's just short-term, right? You go somewhere, you buy that particular product and that's it. Nothing more past that. If some other company is giving me a better deal, your consumer will shift there, right? But in B2B that is not the case, because in B2C only there's one decision maker, but in B2B there's a chain of it. So that would be a long-term process. I think in the long term, of course, B2B SEO will definitely benefit your business cause.
Right. So I think the difference directly goes back to taking the psychological approach as to how do we want to approach whoever is the potential target audience, right? Starting from the look and feel of how your website looks like, to introducing professionalism in communication channels and everything.
Right.
So thank you so much for connecting. I think we've learned a lot about B2B SEO strategies today, and yeah.
Thank you.